Hello everyone, let's continue the poem Amanda in this video also. In the previous video, we discussed what her mother told Amanda. The mother told her to do the homework and tidy her room up, then clean her shoes. So, in response to all this, she did not say anything, but she imagined to be an orphan who is free in the street and draws pattern with her bare feet. That is what we studied in the previous video. Now, let's continue that poem. Okay, please keep your textbook with you so that you will understand it better. You will be able to follow up the poem well. Okay, let's continue. Don't eat that chocolate, Amanda. Remember your acne, Amanda. Will you please look at me when I am talking to you, Amanda? I am Rapunzel. I have not a care. Life in a tower is tranquil and rare. I'll certainly never let down my bright hair. Okay, let me tell you the meanings of some words and then explain. Acne means pimples. Rapunzel. Okay, Rapunzel, it's a girl in the fairy tale, okay, by Brothers Grimm. Okay, it's a character in a fairy tale. Then tranquil means calm and quiet. Rare means uncommon. Okay, that's the meaning of rare. Now let me explain to you the poem that we have just read. So here in this part we see that mother is not allowing her even to eat chocolates. She says, if you eat the chocolate, see, you have got pimples on your face, it will become more, so don't eat that chocolate. Then she scolds her for not paying attention to her. She says, I am talking to you, I am scolding you, you are not even turning your face to me. You are not looking at me. Okay. That is what the mother says. Okay, so what is the response of the child? She doesn't respond. She imagines to be Rapunzel. Rapunzel was a character from a fairy tale. That fairy tale was captured in a tower by a witch. Okay. Rapunzel had very big hair, long hair. The witch climbed the tower with the help of the hair of Rapunzel. So she also wants to go to that tower like Rapunzel. But she does not want to let her hair down for anyone to climb up. Unlike Rapunzel, who allowed the witch to climb up, because she wants to be alone there. She wants to be free. Okay, so according to that fairy tale, the witch used to climb the tower with the help of the long hair of Rapunzel that were let down by her through the window. So now Amanda wants to be Rapunzel because she feels that life in the tower will be peaceful and unusual, something different, uncommon. She thinks that she will be free and she can live a peaceful life there and she can have a very peaceful environment there without any disturbance from anybody. Okay, but she says that she would not let her hair down for anyone to climb up because she doesn't want to be disturbed. Now let me tell you about the literary devices here in this part of the poem. Here you have got allusion to the fairy tale character of Rapunzel. Okay, then you have got assonance, Okay, assonance, repetition of vowel sound, repetition of U, repetition of O is there, repetition of E also you have got. Okay, will you please look at me when I am speaking to you? Here you have got the repetition of E sound and O sound. Okay, then you also have got consonants. What do you mean by consonants? Consonants, repetition of consonant sound. Okay, consonant sound repeated in the same line. Okay, so here you have got I am Rapunzel, R is being repeated. I have got a care, R, bright hair, R is being repeated. Okay, then you also have got repetition of the word Amanda. Okay, then we have the literary, we have the rhyme scheme also here. Rhyme scheme is AAFAGGG. Okay, now let's go to the next stanza. Stop that sulking at once, Amanda. You're always so moody, Amanda. Anyone would think that I nagged at you, Amanda. So with this the poem gets over. But here after this there is no response. Why the child has stopped thinking? Why the child has stopped imagining? She is fed up. She is not able to think anything. She is not able to proceed in her process of thinking. Okay, because of the nagging attitude of the mother. Okay, now let me also tell you the meanings of some words here. Sulking. Sulking means being in a very bad mood, being moody. Okay, moody means unstable here. Nagged means harass. Nagged means harass. Okay. Now let's see the explanation of the last stanza. Amanda's mother warns her for behaving in a very odd manner. What is the odd manner here? She tells her to stop being in a very bad mood. Moreover, she also blames her of having such an unstable mood. There is no stable mood, always changing. Always changing. Sometimes you are happy, sometimes you are not happy. Okay, sometimes you are moody. She also scolds her by saying that her behavior will one day make people think that Amanda was constantly being harassed by her mother. She says, don't behave like this, don't be moody after having scolded her. If you behave like this, then people would say one day that because of the attitude of Amanda's mother, Amanda has become so moody like this. So be happy always. So here we can say that though Amanda is always pointed out by her mother on every small thing, but she can't react to this. Okay, she is not able to react to this in her mind. If she reacts towards this by getting emotional, her mother takes this against her sense of pride and scolds her that she should not behave like this, as others would think that Amanda's mother is very dominating towards the child. Okay, so the mother is very much dominating. So towards the end, the child also has stopped her creativity of thinking because of the nagging attitude of the mother. Okay, now let me tell you also about the poetic devices used here. You have got alliteration. Stop that sulking. S is being repeated. S sound is being repeated at the start of closely placed words. Okay, consonant sound. Then there is repetition. Amanda is being repeated. Then what is the rhyme scheme? A-A-H-A. So this is the rhyme scheme. So with this we shall complete this poem. So this poem basically tells you about the way in which the mother corrects the child, but the child is not able to understand it in the way the mother puts forward. Okay, mother has a lot of love for the child, but she is very domineering in her attitude. The child is not able to understand. It should be told to the child in the way the child would understand. That is not done by the mother. Mother is very much dominating. Mother is always telling her, do this, do that, do this, do that. So that is what made the child very unhappy. Okay, she also feels happy to be an orphan. She wants to go away from the house. She wants to go to the tower. Okay, she wants to go to the ocean to be a mermaid. Okay, all this happens because of the dominating attitude of the mother. Okay, so please go through these videos which I have sent, these 3 videos, and learn the poem. Okay, please remember to subscribe to my channel. You can also forward it to your friends if they are studying in the same class. Okay, thank you.